The job duties of the Arkansas State Police call for a diverse group of state troopers. Behind me are the troopers you're probably most familiar with, the ones who patrol the state highways. Over here are troopers assigned to our aircraft section. We have special agents assigned to the Criminal Investigation Division, and throughout the department there are special units like our SWAT team. But a lot more are at work behind the scenes. Take a few minutes to see what Arkansas's team is doing for you.
It all starts right here, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta look professional, act professional, and be professional.
This is where it begins for anyone who wants to join the Arkansas team. To be chosen as a state police recruit and make it to the department's training academy demonstrates something just short of, well, remarkable. The standards for character, physical agility, and aptitude are set high. To put a class of 30 trainees together, recruiters will have to find 1,000 applicants. We'll only take the best. Once a class is put together, there is a rigorous 6-month schedule of classroom and practical exercises that cover a whole host of law enforcement, government, and societal topics. The trainees must successfully master their courses of study before being allowed to wear the badge and uniform of the Arkansas State Police. And even then, the training for an Arkansas State Trooper never stops. In-service training continues for everyone through the course of their career as a trooper. The training section is just one part of the larger Administrative Services Division, which is comprised of about 100 commissioned and civilian personnel. There are 17 sections and units at work within Administrative Services. One of the busiest is the Concealed Handgun Licensing Unit. There are 75,000 of these licenses, and the list is continuing to grow. Each month, 2,000 new licenses or renewals are processed here. Within Administrative Services, you'll find the state's Identification Bureau, where AFIS is housed. AFIS is short for Automated Fingerprint Identification System. The state police has direct access to 5 million Arkansas fingerprints stored here. What used to take days of meticulous research can now be done in seconds when searching for the identity of a person. Without AFIS, an untold number of criminal cases would go unsolved. This picture is a visual reminder we must never forget as it relates to one of the department's most important missions. In 1997, the Crimes Against Children Division was created within the state police, and it's here the state's child abuse hotline operates day and night. Inside the state police headquarters call center, over 51,000 reports of suspected child abuse were received last year, and half the calls were validated, triggering local or state law enforcement response. 80% of the priority 1 calls, the most serious cases, involved incidents of sexual abuse, indecent exposure, or pornography. The Highway Patrol Division is the largest of the 4 department divisions, 400 troopers strong. These are the frontline faces behind the ASP in communities in every county across the state. For these troopers, it's all about the highways and supporting local law enforcement. Last year, the division compiled its usual but always impressive activity. For starters, while the division's driver license testing section met with 145,000 new license applicants, the troopers out on the highways stayed busy investigating 16,000 motor vehicle crashes. And while on patrol, the troopers removed 7,000 drunk drivers off the highways, issued 90,000 speeding tickets, and sent 264,000 drivers on their way with warnings. Troopers seized 50,000 pounds of illegal narcotics being transported across the interstate and state highways, confiscated $3 million in suspected drug cash, and made 18,000 criminal arrests. And all of this was done only in the course of a year, plus 10 million miles on the department's patrol car fleet. The State Police Criminal Investigation Division is directly involved in many, if not most, of the state's major felony cases every year. While it's the smallest division within the department, with fewer than 90 special agents, There is more than 100 years of cumulative experience in major case investigations among the commanders who lead the division personnel. It's that first-hand experience, along with the specialized training and equipment the State Police CID agents bring to the table for local law enforcement agencies to use. Last year, the division opened 2,300 investigations. 200 of the cases involved local murders, more than 100 rapes, and nearly 200 child sex crimes or cases of child abuse. The agents also took on conspiracy and fraud investigations, child abductions, online sex predators, clandestine narcotics cases, robberies, and worked directly with federal authorities to identify and track criminal enterprise and domestic terrorists. A big part of the mission for the Arkansas State Police is to assist local law enforcement agencies, providing resources and services that few departments can afford, such as a full-time aircraft section. When it comes to law enforcement or search and rescue flight operations, the workhorse of the aircraft section is the department's helicopter. Often flying in close proximity to the danger, the state troopers assigned to the skies over Arkansas are credited with finding the lost when no one else can, bringing help to those who may only be seconds from death, and using forward-looking infrared technology to find the bad guys when they don't want to be found. When the threat of danger is high, or even worse, when gunfire is aimed at the police, the department's BEAR is available to any Arkansas law enforcement agency. BEAR, short for Ballistic Engineered Armored Response Vehicle, it's the only vehicle of its kind in Arkansas built to specifications that can protect law enforcement officers entering a hot zone, deploy a SWAT team, and provide a means for the safe extraction of civilians trapped under the threat of danger. The department's explosive unit is comprised of personnel who are some of the most experienced in the country and equipped with the latest technology designed to neutralize a threat. When disasters strike and protracted multi-agency law enforcement operations are underway in remote areas of the state police rolls out one of the best mobile incident command centers law enforcement has to offer. Outfitted with interoperable radio and satellite communications packages, the unit is capable of interconnecting multiple voice and data networks in real time. Inside, the central command area is built around an electronic smartboard, touch-sensitive computer screen that brings multiple images together, such as satellite flybys and ground-based images, giving the commanders a visual reference for planning a tactical response in a standoff, mapping a search and rescue grid, or coordinating a multi-agency security force set up in the aftermath of a natural disaster. You've seen it all, everything that we do, and you've seen the pride that every Arkansas state trooper has in being a part of Arkansas's preeminent law enforcement agency. But more important, we hope you've seen the devotion these troopers have to their jobs and the readiness they have in their hearts to serve and protect you, the citizens of Arkansas.